Kaia is always a threat, the 37-year-old making the most of a lucky loser spot this week, beating Storm Hunter to secure her place in the second round. Well, Paula Badosa put on a terrific display late last night to get the better of Annette Kontaveit. She takes on another Estonian here today, and she hopes to secure a spot in the quarterfinals. It is second round action on the court 1, day 3 of the Adelaide International 2, second event to be played here following last week's tournament, and of course by Marina Sabalenka, sometime doubles partner of Paula Badosa. Badosa's had a difficult few months, really finding some of her best form yesterday to make pretty light work of another former world number 2, Annette Kontaveit. It was a late start yesterday evening. The Spaniard looked hugely impressive, and she mentioned in her post-match interview that Kaia was a threat who loves the big occasion, likes taking on top players. She is somewhat of a giant killer, a 37-year-old.
So ladies and
should never be underestimated.
There on this court, we have for the towels on the both sides by the baselines. So Paula plays yellow and Kaia plays the white tape. We have line umpires making the calls here and electronic review. If you want to challenge it, please be clear and quick, and the results gonna come over there. Any questions? No. So we have heads and tails. What's it called? Heads. That's heads. Tails, receive, have a good match.
So more second round action from the Adelaide International 2 here on show court 1. Kaia, the lucky loser, up against the ninth seed, Paula Badosa. Both players winning in straight sets yesterday. Both played pretty late yesterday. Kaia making light work of Storm Hunter, not facing a single break point. Coming through that challenge pretty comfortably, having lost to Sarana Caster in qualifying, making the most of a lucky loser spot after there were a few withdrawals. Still ranked as high as 32 in the world, a career high ranking of 15 for the 37-year-old who has 4 career titles. Hasn't won one since 2013. She's made 6 finals, including one last year in Washington. She made the second round of the tournament played here in Adelaide last week. She didn't go through qualifying. Ended up losing to Marketa Vondrosova in the second round, so hoping to go at least one better here. Made that final in Washington last season, as I mentioned, also made the semis in Tallinn. A fairly strong end to last season after that wonderful run here in Australia at the Open.
3 minutes.
She made the quarterfinals. She's made the last 8 of all 4 Grand Slams in her career, 7 quarterfinals in total. Made her main draw tour level debut back in 2001. It's been on the circuit a very, very long time, and as Paula Badosa said yesterday, she's always an opponent to be taken seriously. Badosa yesterday looked in outstanding form against Annette Kontaveit. It really was a very impressive win, pretty comfortable in the end. Just overpowered Annette Kontaveit. First set in particular served incredibly well, just dropped just 2 points on serve in the first set. It was really a highlight of her performance yesterday.
2 minutes.
All-round game, just outstanding. She'll be hoping to be able to build on that here against another Estonian. Secure her place in the quarterfinals as a result. She will be taking on Beatrice Hanna-Meyer if she does come through this. Hanna-Meyer beating Amanda Anisimova. These two meet for the very first time. It'll be a very different challenge for Paula Badosa up against Kanepi. Badosa hoping to get herself back in the world's top 10, down at number 11 now, having been ranked as high as number 2 last April. Kaia in the chair.
1 minute.
We're not too far away from getting started here. Paula Badosa, a title winner in Australia last year, of course. She won in Sydney around about this time last season in the build-up to the Australian Open. It's a perfect record in finals as well, 3-0. The biggest success coming at the end of the 2021 season, Indian Wells.
30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, this second
Wonderful final against Victoria Azarenka, which I'm sure many of you remember. Difficult season last season after a good start, that win in Sydney. Also made the semis in Indian Wells, Stuttgart and San Jose later in the year. Quarter-finalist in Miami, Charleston and San Diego. Made the 4th round of 2 Grand Slams, Wimbledon and in Melbourne. So by no means a disastrous 2022 for Paula Badosa, but maybe not quite living up to the hopes given how well she played in 2021. Beautiful conditions and glorious sunshine. A strong favourite on paper, Paula Badosa, given a record over the last couple of years. There's no head-to-head to go on. Badosa more than aware of the potential that Kanepi has to upset the odds. So it is the lucky loser against the 9th seed for a place in the quarterfinals.
Paula Badosa.
And it will be Paula Badosa who served